grid though. I mean, you really do need to keep this grid. When I was in class, I would tell students, just write this down at the top of a sheet of paper like this, and just keep it there. And then when they ask you for the numbers, you just put it down. Make sure you put your decimal here and just fill in your numbers, and then you'll be able to figure it out. Okay. All right, so that was one of the things that it said that you guys had a problem with. I wanted to go here and go back to the home and go into my progress as a student. And the first thing that is showing me is we want to estimate the difference by rounding each number to the nearest thousand. Well, 1,000 looks like this. That means I got to clear out 3 numbers. So this 70991, I got to clear that out. Well, if it's above 5, this number rounds up to 71. So this is going to become 71,000. That's what they're asking you to do. And then this 38, let's see, minus 38,509. I got to clear this out. So since this first number is 5, this one is going to go up 1. So this is basically minus 39,000. And the reason for that is because it's easier to do 71 minus 39. Now you see down here they don't want you to use a calculator, but I'm about to. 71 minus 39. And so that's 32. Let me get rid of that. So I'm going to put in my answer as 32,000. And when you check it, and when you have 5 questions to do, if you get them all right, then you only have to do 3 out of 5 of them, not all 5. So now it says to the nearest 100. So 100 means I got to knock out 2 numbers. So I have 5, 7, 7, 9. So I got to look at these 2 numbers. That number is greater than 5, so I'm going to go 5,800. All right, and then minus 1602. Since this 0 is below 5, this is just 5,800 minus 16. So I'm going to put that 16 right here. 0, 0. 8 minus 6 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. So my answer should be 4,200. And I think what happens, some people are not knowing when to round up, when to round down. And as you can see, let me go to the next one. I'm just trying to show you this process. You probably already figured this out, that you don't have to do that many. Okay, rounding to the nearest 100 again. Since 100 is 2 zeros, then 8752 becomes 88. And the other 2 become zeros. Minus 5945. Since this is a 4, this becomes minus 59. All right, and then you're just going to do 88 minus 59. Oh, here we go. Never mind. 88 minus 59. And we get 2,900. And we're good to go. All right, so let me see what else is bringing up. Anything in the yellow, I don't think we need to do, because it's the geometry. Like here's one. Identifying parallel and perpendicular lines. Are you okay with this?
Oh, yeah, that's another one I was having issues with too.
Okay. All right, so parallel mean they're never going to touch. All right, perpendicular means when they cross, it makes a perfect cross symbol. You can like put a box. It looks like a cross. Exactly like a cross. Okay, so if it doesn't look exactly like a cross, then it's not perpendicular. So this will be considered perpendicular. This is neither. This is neither. And this will be considered parallel because these are going in the same direction. They're never going to touch. All right. So on the bottom of the page, they explain the two lines never cross. These two lines will cross, but it's not, doesn't look like a cross. And basically, they're telling you it makes a right angle. That's how you know. Okay, so we're going to go to, and you tell me what you think. All right, so on this one, what do you think this is? Graph 1.
I say parallel.
Yeah, that one's parallel. How about this one?
Neither parallel nor perpendicular.
Well, you look at it, it's creating a perfect box with it, so that would be considered your perpendicular. Perpendicular is going to look like a T most times. So I'm put that. And since these two are just scissors or whatever, they're neither.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next one. Make sure you got it. Okay, so you got parallel down. It's the perpendicular one. It's going to look like some sort of T. Okay, let's go. All right, how about this one?
Parallel.
All right. How about this one? These two.
Those would be neither.
What about this one?
And that's going to be perpendicular.
Yes, because if you straighten it up, if you turn it, if you have the ability to rotate this, it's going to look like this. If it looks like a T, it's perpendicular. Okay.
Okay, and I'm glad you got that one up because they have, I think it was on level 2. They have that on there with the numbers on it.
With numbers on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I know what that is. That is not, are they asking you to find angles?
Yes, ma'am.
Be it vertical angles or I know what you're talking about. Let's see what's coming up next. Perimeter area on a grid. We know this already. I'm gonna pass that. What is this? Interpreting a pictograph. Oh, what about this? Have you encountered this?
Yes, I've done that one already.
But you're okay with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to go. You said it was in level 2, and it was. I know exactly what that is. Determining those vertical lines.
Yes.
Divisibility. Oh, my dog is having a problem. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Oh, let's see if I can find it. Exponents and fractions.
It's called identifying supplementary and vertical angles.
Okay, let me look for that. There's parallel. There it is right there. Okay. All right, so quick lesson. If it looks like angles, if it's numbers like here and here, like if you, to get to 1 and 2, you have to like cross through an X, those are going to always be vertical, okay? Vertical. So I also I could call these verticals. Let's go with 3 and 4. because to go from 3 to 4, I have to cross through this X. 3 and 4, so angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical, and then angle 3 and angle 4, and that's because you have to cross through. They're all vertical. Okay. Now, if it sits on a line like this, 7, 8. Okay. 7 and 8 are both sitting on this line. And so these would be considered supplementary. They don't cross through the X. They just, like all the supplementary angles, like you see this 2 and 4, the 6 and 8, they're sitting on the same line. 1 and 3, 5 and 7. And then even if you decided to look at the line going in this direction. Hold on. If you decide to look at the line going this way, then 8 and 7 is sitting on this line, 5 and 6. So they're like side by side. Side by side would be supplementary. Side by side. By side. Okay, but they have to go through the X to be vertical. All right, so if this is give one pair of vertical angles. So one pair of vertical angles going through an X would be angle 2 and angle 3. And then one pair of supplementary angles, since these are sitting side by side, this is vertical. And then side by side will be angle 6 and angle 8. They will be considered supplementary. Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if they're side by side sitting on a straight line, they're supplementary. If you have to cross through the X, they're vertical.
Okay.
And let me see what they say in the explanation. 6 and 7, they say 6 and 7 are vertical. They're not telling you anything. They're just saying they are. But I'm telling you, go through the X, and that's how you know it's vertical. It's sitting on the same line. And they chose 2 and 1 because they chose to look at this line right here. You can look at any line. It doesn't matter. They looked at this line, and so 2 and 1 are sitting on the same line side by side. But you can look at this line too. And 5 and 6 are sitting on the line. See? So that's what they mean by supplementary. All right, so let's do show another without the explanation. All right, so you tell me. Okay, so this is what we got. Can you see this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what would you call out for 2 vertical angles? Just give me 2 angles that you think are vertical.
I would say 2 and 3.
Yes, 2 and 3, because they have to go through. Okay, so it'll give me a supplementary.
And I would say 6 and 8.
Yes, 6 and 8. Easy breezy. All right, you got it. Let me see. What else? What else are you having a problem with?
I think that's it. You had covered all 3 of them.
Okay, great. All right, well, I'm going to send this to the rest of the students, and I'm going to go over some other things too. Like right here, you see how these are 4%. Either nobody's gotten to it, or everybody that has gotten to it is doing pretty bad on it. So I'm going to go